Two petty officers thought they could bully a young sailor into breaking and nearly push him to his death, but they had no idea who they were up against, because the person who came for them wasn't just another recruit. It was a chaplain with the authority to destroy everything they had built. If you've ever wanted to see arrogant bullies lose everything they thought was untouchable, stick around. And if you believe karma always finds its way, hit that like button, subscribe, and let's dive into one of the most powerful revenge stories I've ever heard. I was stationed at the submarine base in Connecticut when I met Bill. He wasn't your typical Navy stereotype. Short, a little heavy, glasses that constantly slid down his nose, but incredibly smart. Bill was the kind of sailor you wanted at sonar. Sharp, pragmatic, dependable. Unfortunately, intelligence wasn't enough for our two petty officer instructors. They were obsessed with physical fitness and treated training like a competition, a brute strength. Bill, though he passed every official requirement, became their target. During runs, if he fell a step behind, not failed, just lagged, they'd pounce. Fat, lazy, useless. Worst of all, they told him he should end his life, over and over again. Despite everything, Bill kept passing. He pushed himself so hard that when the Master Chief Petty Officer of the Navy visited, Bill received a challenge coin for effort. But none of it mattered to those two. They wanted someone to break. And eventually, he did. Bill injured his knee badly. The doctor ordered light duty with official paperwork. But the petty officers ignored it, threatening to kick him out if he didn't keep up. He pushed himself further, worsening the injury, while his mental health spiraled downward. At that time, mental health support in the Navy was limited. The chaplain, an officer with the rank of captain, was often the only one to turn to. Bill scheduled a meeting, but when he told the petty officers, they mocked him again. Pathetic, useless. Nobody cares. They threatened to make life worse if he skipped class. So Bill canceled the meeting. That same night, his girlfriend ended their relationship. It was too much. At 3 a.m., he called me. The line was silent. I thought it was a mistake and went back to sleep. The next morning, I learned the truth. Bill had attempted to take his own life. He slit his throat. By sheer chance, the freezing air clotting his wound, he survived. The doctor said he missed a fatal artery by a single millimeter. We rushed to the hospital, and in the hallway, we passed the chaplain. Normally warm and kind, she now looked like pure fury. Rage radiated from her, and in that moment we knew someone would answer for this. A week later, the hammer dropped. The chief of training asked us about the petty officers. We told our stories. But honestly, I think the decision had already been made. The next morning, they were gone. Later, the chaplain told me what happened. She had marched straight to the admiral's office and demanded their immediate discharge. He granted it. Both men lost everything: careers, pensions, housing, medical coverage, even eligibility for jobs connected to the military. One was 2 years from retirement. The other had 12 years in. All gone. They left with nothing but a bus ticket home. Meanwhile, Bill was honorably discharged for medical reasons. He received lifelong benefits, E-5 pay, and support to rebuild his life. In time, he recovered, became a police officer, and later married. The two petty officers? Forgotten. Their power stripped away, their arrogance costing them everything. Two men who mocked, threatened, and nearly destroyed a sailor lost their homes, their retirement, their pride. Meanwhile, the man they tried to break rebuilt his life stronger than before. If that isn't justice, I don't know what is. Sometimes karma doesn't come fast. Sometimes it doesn't come loud. But when it does, it hits harder than anything you could imagine. And in this case, it came wearing a chaplain's cross. If this story gave you chills, smash that like button and drop a comment. What's the most satisfying act of justice or revenge you've ever witnessed? Don't forget to subscribe, because we got plenty more stories like this, and trust me, you won't want to miss them.